very much. I will be very. I'll keep to my 5 minutes. I just want to jump on very quickly. It was raised earlier on the clearinghouse group, the clearinghouse committee, and you said it's not like no other group, and you go down to Limerick and you go here, you meet other people. I would put to you that the clearinghouse group from the IFC is actually very different because there's a constant ongoing engagement and access. And I'm sure, like me, we want to learn from our past mistakes, create coding circles and things like that. And I'm not for a minute saying that this is a golden circle, but we have to guard against making the same mistakes of the past. Could I put you to Taoiseach when he's in here last May, said he would look at putting the clearinghouse committees being streamed on the internet, but live, you know, for people to see it. Could I put it to you directly? A far easier way would be that this committee would receive the minutes and position papers from those meetings, because this is a democratically formed committee. So I would put it directly to Mr. Moran, is that what should be made available to this committee is the position papers and the minutes. And do you see a problem with that?
I don't know if people appreciate that the clearinghouse group is actually run out of Taoiseachs. So Martin Fraser is the chair of the clearinghouse group, and therefore
wouldn't have a problem.
I don't think that there's anything particularly secret about the minutes, and I certainly wouldn't say why the committee here shouldn't see them.
Yeah.
Is that a formal proposal that the committee would seek that?
It is. This is a formal proposal.
Okay, will you put that as a formal proposal to the committee, so we'll process it.
I will indeed, and thank you, Chair. You've covered a lot of the broader issues, and again, you mentioned good governance and how you interact. Could I just ask you? And you also actually mentioned PQs, and PQs certainly we find frustrating as well, especially when they're partially answered. You know, it sometimes means that we have to send in more PQs to get the answer when you only get partial answers, and sometimes your department is as much to blame as everybody else in partial answers. Just on how the secondment works within your department. You have 12 staff from KPMG, PwC, and other elements in your departments. How does that process work? Do you identify the skill shortage, or do these companies come into the Department of Finance and offer? So just the policy in that. And I'll tell you why I'm asking this question. I'm concerned about how you build the barriers. And we can often try to say there's professional barriers, and you sign the Secrecy Act, etc., etc. I just get to the nub of the case is my concern, and how do you guard against this, is that these people with good intentions become embedded in the department, builds up networks and contacts, and then when they go back to their KPMC or PwCs, they have easier access to convey information. What's your safeguards? What's your risk analysis on this?
Again, a couple of different areas. There is a small group of people now there's a team of assistant secretary level people in Nicholas who there are 3 people who are sort of I suppose a comment subcommittee, so that if issues that of concern are to be raised, they can actually address them, and in effect, in terms of the acceptability of people to come in, they're able to actually look at that, and they're working to have a formal process and procedures which actually identify who can come in, what access they would have to various levels of information, and indeed if, depending on the individual, they think that there should be particular restricted access in terms of the level of committees or whatever they should sit on, this is actually managed by them and the HR people.
Before the
tax. But you accept that there is a danger of what I'm outlining?
I don't necessarily subscribe to the view that it is as dangerous as you think. I mean, I've already identified that I've had 400 meetings in the last 6 months, so I don't think access to our officials is as difficult as you sort of might think it is in terms of...
And it's just a final question.
I can't. We have to wait.
You said 5 minutes.
And I'm going to cut it down because I haven't come in myself.
Well, there's just one question.
No,
it's a yes or no answer.
It's no is the answer. Deputy Matthews.